Hello, everybody, and welcome to historic Holman Stadium in Nashua, New Hampshire. Scene tonight of a high school baseball game. It's New Hampshire's Division I, the host Nashua High North Titans against the visiting Bishop Guertin Cardinals. I'm John Collins along with Tom King. Welcome to Nashua's ETV broadcast on an ideal night for baseball. It's actually one of the longer days of the year as we work our way through mid-May, Tom, and they couldn't have ordered it up better from the weather.
Well, what a perfect day, what a perfect night. Great night for baseball. Could get a little chilly later on as the sun goes down, but right now it is just absolutely picture perfect. One of those Holman Stadium nights, John. You and I have sat through quite a few of them.
You know, I guess it's nice for everybody except the right fielders here, Tom. We've seen some adventures at this time of the evening, at this time of year, in right for some of the as you watch the right fielder warm up for Nashua North right now. If you can pick up that number, I think it's a single-digit number. You notice he's warming up in the shade right now because if he goes out to his normal position, he'll be bathed in some long shadows and sunshine.
Yeah, it looks like Andrew Jackson.
Yeah.
He's a senior. Played this ballpark before, so knows the territory, as does Kyle McCarthy, the junior who's on the mound, the junior lefty for Nashua North. Pretty much their number 2 guy. Jake Mellon is would be their number 1. It would be an ideal matchup. No slight to any of the other pitchers to see Jake Mellon against Joe McCarthy. McCarthy with a perfect game, and Mellon, who had 4 complete games earlier in the year. So, but we get the lefty McCarthy, who is very good in his own right. And for Guertin, it's Jeff Lund. Yeah.
So Lund's going to go in the course of the bottom half of the inning as BG's going to lead it off here. You might have just caught the national anthem being sung by Al St. Louis, who continues on his quest for a Guinness World Record of singing the most national anthems in a year. 401 to dead center here, 307 down to memory lane. The brick wall and left is always an inviting target for right-handed batters. And we are underway. The first pitch is thrown, and it is I believe that was a strike called at the knees.
It was, as the
Kyle McCarthy
chant went.
Working quickly, the left-hander uncoils, and it's a ground ball off the shortstop's hands. It's going to be an error to start the game. It's Eric Damfus, the leadoff batter and left fielder for BG. His a rather routine grounder to shortstop and some early game jitters here for Nashua. It's going to go as an E6.
Yeah, Addison Hanscom, I believe. No, it's not him. Get the number. As we did not get lineups right away.
For both
public
teams.
Address announcer, which is surprising. They usually do a pretty good job here of getting the PA going, getting the scoreboard working. That hasn't been the case for most games. High school games, that ball's foul down the line, just foul. Hasn't been the case this year. Haven't seen too much work with the PA and the scoreboard. You know that'll be going in a few weeks when the Silver Knights open up, but it's too bad it's not readily available for the high school teams tonight.
You know, Tom, I knew I forgot something. It's the binoculars, but at least you remembered yours. Here's the pitch. It misses far outside. And the catcher is Matt Fortin, the junior for the
Kelvin
Titans.
Rodriguez is at short.
So Rodriguez would like nothing better than to start a double play here to make up for the miscue that put Damfus on base. There's a two-hopper to third, to second for 1, to first, not in time to get the speedy Colin Reed, the center fielder. And second batter in the order for BG beats out the back end of a would-be double play, so he reaches on the fielder's choice. Scored 5-3 to get Damfus at second base.
Not as easy a play for Dylan Cost at third base, as he's got to dig that out of the grass, turn, pivot, and throw a good distance to second base to get a force play.
And our second baseman did a good job not getting taken out by Damfus, who was right on top of him. When number 2, Shannon Martin, turned the double play. Really had no chance to turn it at that pace. The 3-hitter in the Bishop Guertin batting order is Dennis Abelera, the shortstop. And he hits it toward the hole. Rodriguez to his right, throws a good hard throw across the diamond. They call the first baseman off the bag. So that'll probably go as a base hit. As Abelera made
that's a tough rule because A good throw.
Would you got him?
Probably would have had him.
Yeah, but it was definitely a fire throw.
So,
and that's one of those that could go either way. You going to throw another one up there?
I'm going to throw another one out there.
Showing good range on the play.
He got to it in plenty of time, dug it out, made the throw. Granted, you've got some speed at first base, but still, I think a good throw and a good stretch had the runner.
So Kelvin
and Will Henderson doesn't agree with the call. He thought he thought he had enough of the bag. He thought he had enough of the bag too. I thought he did too from up here, John. I thought he had enough of the bag, but evidently pulled him out. Now he's asking to see. He's asking for help. Yeah, Mellon is at first. Mellon's a pretty kid, about 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah.
Going to Hartford next year.
Well, he fooled me. I thought he had him. He had stretched out to the right field side, and the umpire.
Will Henderson too, because Henderson certainly thought that the play was made at first base. First and second now with one down.
And apparently good speed on the bases as Matt Moraes, the designated hitter and the 4-hitter in the lineup, fouls one off to the right and out of play. He's got an RBI opportunity here in his first at-bat. First half of the first inning, we're just underway on Nashua ZTV. John Collins with Tom King, and our MVP handling the camera duties is Tim O'Neill. McCarthy's pitch is a slow curve or a changeup hit very high and deep to deep left center. It's a long run, and it's going to bounce in there for a safe hit. To second easily goes Moraes, and they're going to stop the trail runner at third. It is an RBI double. Bishop Guertin is on the board first with an absolute bomb hit by Matt Moraes for the RBI double.
Well, good job by McCarthy to back up the throw coming in as Guertin was looking to maybe play another run. McCarthy there to make the backup play as the ball goes all the way through the infield. And Guertin probably, John, could have taken a chance on more, but the runners had to hold because it was an iffy play in center field. It was a tough ball to get to, but it looked like he might have a chance at it.
McCarthy rips one past. Oh, no, the left fielder cuts it off. It's a single. That is going to play to run without a throw at the plate.
It's going to play two. We got a 3-0 Guertin lead as all three runners in this inning have scored.
Joe McCarthy comes through in a big way with a 2 RBI single to left. And I thought that Kelvin Rodriguez might have had a shot at home, Tom. If somebody was shouting to him, the runner was only a third of the way down the line.
Yeah, I thought so too. But you know what, John? How good is the arm? That's the question.
Right. Oh, he showed it was not bad going across the diamond when he pulled Mellon off the bag. So maybe just a communication miscue there by North as they missed an opportunity at least to take a shot at the runner at home plate. So a lot of damage being done here early by Bishop Guertin as Al McQuarrie, the catcher, gets his first look at Kyle McCarthy. McQuarrie, brother of John McQuarrie, who will bat 2 batters later here, sandwiched around Jeff Lund, the pitcher, who is on deck. Inside-out swing is going to be fouled off of the administration building over there to our right. So McCarthy not helped out by the defense very much in this inning, but has given up some very hard-hit balls to deep left by the big hitters in the lineup.
Yeah, the Guertin doing what good teams can do, taking advantage of it. They may have another one right here. It's going to loop in. It's going to be a base hit.
That was a wooden bat hit, Tom.
Sure was, wasn't it? You don't see those off aluminum bats too often.
Well, I think it is actually a wooden bat. I could be wrong, but actually, that's the same one that was being used by, I think, the one of the earlier batters. And maybe it's not. Is it a composite?
No, I don't think it's got to be a composite. It's not wood.
It's got the big label on it.
It's not wood.
It's got like a chunk sound rather than a ping.
Yeah, you're right. We didn't hear the ping, did we?
Oh. McCarthy's pitch.
We will with this if there's contact made.
Big swing and miss by Jeff Lund.
Because Lund is using, well, it looks like a metal bat.
Oh, yeah. I saw that one down in the dugout, actually, when I was writing down the lineup. McCarthy tries to bury it on the inside corner. Instead, he bounces it, and a good job of blocking that by Matt Fortin.
Giving up 3 straight hits, McCarthy probably trying to be a little too fine at the plate. In a 3-0 ball game, Guertin with the edge right now here in the top of the first.
Joe McCarthy off the second, and Al McQuarrie leading off of first as Lund not getting cheated up there. The starting pitcher for Bishop Guertin getting to bat before he pitches, trying to give himself a huge cushion if he can drive some more runs in here. Already leading 3-0 without throwing a pitch. Seeing a lot of right-handed batters. Kyle McCarthy, the big lefty, checks the runner on second and comes to the plate. Misses up and away. Out of habit, I keep looking to the scoreboard in left field.
I know, me too.
And there's some tantalizing dots up there.
The electricity is on, but
yeah. Lights are on, but no score is
yeah,
home.
they've had trouble. We've had a couple people try to work it this year and haven't been able to.
So Lund gets another pitch that he thought he might drive, and he fouls it straight back to the screen.
Big pitch coming up here
from McCarthy. Took something off, and he got him, and it was a big strikeout.
Needed the strikeout and got it.
So Lund goes down, and John McQuarrie, the third baseman, will come to the plate, another right-handed batter. Two outs, first and second. Kyle McCarthy's pitch. It's hit high to right field.
And there's that Sunfield, John.
And doing a nice job. I think it got above the sun, actually, on the long shadow there. And it's nicely fielded for the final out of the inning, but not before Bishop Guertin plates 3 runs. And they take that 3-0 lead with North still to come to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. North playing the host team here, as both teams, of course, are located in the city of Nashua.
Yeah, North and Guertin use Holman as their home stadium. I mean, North will play a game or two at their own ball field, depending on the availability of this facility. South, for the most part, John Roper will use the field that B.J. Everett did such a good job of building up at the high school. But earlier, Roper this year said, I didn't know I had a choice. I would have used Holman a couple times if I'd known. So that may be something down the road next year that South will play a few more games here. You don't know. But North trailing now 3-0, not a spot where they usually find themselves.
It's mid-May, Tom. Do we know a lot about these two teams at this point in the season?
Well, John, I'll tell you. It's last year North was the clear-cut favorite in Division I. I think they're one of 3 or 4 favorites this year. I think it's a little bit more wide open. But I think that the thing is Guertin last year finished in the top 4, surprisingly, won 12 games and lost in the first round. Merrimack had a great year, won 13 games, lost in the first round. South had a good year, won 11 games, lost in the first round. So what I'm telling you is you don't know. In a single elimination tournament, too tough to call.
Yeah.
Too tough to call.
Anything can happen, literally.
We're seeing it here tonight with the way North has made a couple of defensive miscues and some mental mistakes in the first inning.
Louis Tarantino would be the leadoff batter here for Nashua North, and I recall Louis doesn't mind getting hit by a pitch.
No, he doesn't.
That's what it takes to get on base.
Louis will do anything he can to get on base. There's no doubt about it.
And you've been watching Jeff Lund, the right-hander from Bishop Guertin.
Been a master at it over the years. Been an absolute master at it. Really has been a kid that has, fueled. North hasn't been an offensive powerhouse, but Tarantino has fueled whatever run support they can give that pitching staff. Tarantino is front and center in doing that.
So the right-hander Lund from the windup to throw his first pitch of the game, already spotted a 3-0 lead, fires it right in there for strike one.
Well, see, that's the thing you always tell your pitchers, and especially in high school, look, you got a 3-run lead, just go out and let them hit the ball. Don't try to be too fine, don't try to be too fancy, don't try to be too cute. Of course, the other baseball adage is once your team gives you 3 runs, you want to shut the other team down right away.
Going to the breaking ball on the 0-1, and now back to the fastball. It's 2 balls and 1 strike in favor of the batter.
Yeah, didn't want to show Tarantino 3 fastballs in a row, so he mixed in the breaking ball. That might have thrown him out of his rhythm a little bit.
Oh, it did in a big way.
John, what a call again. Again, getting hit by the pitch.
If you're going to get hit in the head, in the helmet, that's the way to do it.
With a fastball.
He got a grazing blow, apparently, because you've never seen a jauntier jog to first after getting
didn't
beamed in
bother
the
him at
helmet
all.
than Tarantino right
Didn't bother
there.
him at all.
He's got some quality headgear.
Must be a good helmet.
And you also called. He got right out of his rhythm
Right
after
out
that
of his
first
rhythm.
pitch strike.
Right out of his rhythm. The curveball just took him right out of it.
First pitch swinging. Kelvin Rodriguez pops it sky high to the right side of the infield and doing a good job of corralling that high pop. Was 0-0. That's Joe McCarthy, the first baseman for BG.
That's not an easy play, especially with the sun the way it is up in the sky. And, losing that ball in the shadows. Not an easy play for McCarthy at all.
And the slow curve misses down low.
Sure that Scott Painter's probably hoping to get maybe 5 innings out of Lund if he can. So it looks like Lund is not going to be as economical as he would want with his pitches.
Misses low with the fastball. So early control struggle here for Jeff Lund.
It's a nice night. We can be here for a while.
We have your blessing to be here a little extra. Our shortstop is Abalera, and Nate Chartrand's at second. The third baseman is Joe McQuarrie. And taking another one down low is your catcher, Al McQuarrie. And off track here, out of the strike zone, Jeff Lund struggling after the first pitch pop-up. That was fortunate to think that Rodriguez went after that.
Nah, that was just it. When he went after the first pitch, after a pitcher who's lost control, just a mistake. And I think the umpire just did Lund a favor, too, because that pitch looked a little high from up here.
It looked up to Fortin.
Yeah.
Matt Fortin, the catcher for Titans, batting for the first time this evening in the 3 spot. Good swing, but it's gloved by the shortstop. Abalero played himself. There's a one-hopper to first.
Got him.
Time. That's a good job on the scoop end was Joe McCarthy, and that retires the side. So it's well struck, but they turn a 6-3 double play.
Yeah, got to get a little communication between Abalera and Nate Chartrand at second base because they kind of collided there a little bit. Abalera, tried to signal that he was going to take the play alone, which I thought was the right play because his momentum will just carry him right towards first base with the throw.
And he had the angle.
It just wasn't a good throw, but it was a perfect one hop right to McCarthy at first base. McCarthy's got a long reach. He can make that stretch. John, I want to note that, while we're here at Holman Stadium, and, of course, we have a lot of memories of doing games here and doing some National Pride games here. Butch Hobson today won his 1,500th career game as a professional manager.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And that counts Red Sox games in that mix.
Yes, it would.
Boston Red Sox Major League games.
Yep.
Of course, we saw a bunch of them here for the Nashua Pride. And where did he set the record? Which team is he with now?
He's with Lancaster.
How about that? Butch Hobson with number 1,500.
Beating a team we're familiar with, the Camden River Sharks.
All right.
And pitcher on the mound, John Halama, who's won 23 of
those victories.
Wow,
that's a good team. Hobson and Halama.
Yeah.
Is that the league where they've decided to hold their
that's the
All-Star
Atlantic. That's
home
the
run
Atlantic.
derby
That's
on
the Atlantic League.
Aircraft carrier? Did you hear this?
No, I did not hear that.
Yeah, they can have it on the aircraft.
The Atlantic
carrier.
League is
South Carolina. I think it is the South Atlantic League.
No, that wouldn't be it.
That's the South Atlantic.
South
League.
Atlantic
Right,
League. We've got the Atlantic League.
That might even be an affiliated league. I'm not sure exactly what the South Atlantic minor league is, but they're going to hold it on that. I think it's the Norfolk down there, the aircraft carrier that's stationed off the coast, or Charleston.
Yep.
So good luck to that. It was kind of narrow, it looked like to me, but very historic. So Nate Chartrand, the only batter in the Bishop Guertin batting order that didn't come to the plate in the first half of the first inning, will lead it off here in the second against Kyle McCarthy. And he tops it right off his front foot or leg. Trying to shake that one off is Chartrand, the second baseman for Bishop Guertin.
Yeah, long inning for McCarthy in the first inning, facing eight hitters, not the way that Will Henderson had envisioned his team starting off. And
I'd say he threw about 3 or 4 pitches to each one, so his pitch count's got to be at 30 right now or so.
Yeah.
So Chartrand, another right-handed batter, fouled over our heads.
Had a lot of that fastball. I think in the first inning he went to the off-speed stuff a little bit, and I think that hurt him a little. I think I think McCarthy's he seems to be a different pitcher as he's gone back out there with a little bit of a different mission. Of course,
hit hard to left.
As I say that, he takes off a lot on that pitch, and then it's. I thought when it was first hit that it might carry all the way to the brick wall.
It gets your attention when you see a ball go up down the left field line here because it's only 307. It's a very short.
Chartrand got a good. Chartrand hit it hard, but just didn't get a lot on it because there wasn't much speed to the pitch.
I believe that's number 7 in left field, Parker Jamerson.
Yeah, it would be.
And back to the top of the order we go. Just missing the inside corner with that fastball is McCarthy as Eric Damphus reached on a error to the shortstop in his first at-bat. Batting here again in the second inning. Jumps back from another inside fastball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes as Damphus is looking down at his coach with nobody on and 1 out. You would think that's the only thing he's looking for is either a take sign or a bunt sign, and that's a generous inside strike call there for McCarthy.
The strike zone is a little erratic right now, I think.
2 balls and 1 strike is the count. I almost hit him. It's 3-1.
It bounced.
That's the noise we heard. John Collins with Tom King. We're at historic Holman Stadium. Tim O'Neill handling our camera on Nashua's ETV. It's the top of the second inning. And BG leads 3-0, and they're looking for more as they get a 1-out walk.
Damphus reached base twice now, courtesy of North.
And
error and a walk.
That as the leadoff batter, he's got some wheels.
You would assume.
We'll see what Matt Fortin can do behind the plate.
I was just going to say, Fortin is no easy catcher to steal on.
McCarthy, the lefty.
So this is a good matchup. But McCarthy's very deliberate, John. I mean, you play the game, so McCarthy looks like somebody, even though he's a left-hander, is like somebody you could probably move on because his pitches take a little while to reach home plate.
Especially if I'm 18 years old again.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Foul straight back to the screen. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's quick to the plate. I would probably
get about 4 steps and then go down in a heap.
And sometimes, before you see a left-hander's move, you got to assume that it's pretty good. So you probably want to draw one. And that lead, there goes Damphus. Swing and a miss. It's a slow breaking ball.
See,
that is the difference.
McCarthy's tough to run on because he's got a great arm and a good look. Good direction with his arm, but Fortin rather. But McCarthy with the off-speed stuff.
That was the difference.
That's it. You're going to run on that.
If it was a fastball, it was that close at second base.
It was a fastball, bang, bang at second.
Right, and it's a good job. Maybe Damphus picked up the call, the signal from the catcher, and went on the curve. Another curve from McCarthy, and this time
that's a big strikeout.
Colin Reed strikes out. It's a popular bat they have there. I think at least three players in the lineup are using it. The one that doesn't have the ping, but apparently has some good pop. Kyle McCarthy working with 2 outs now. Fly ball out. Actually, yeah, fly ball out and a strikeout. Trying to come up with a 2-out RBI hit is Dennis Abalera, the shortstop. First pitch swing.
Guertin's changed his lineup a little bit from when I last saw them. Abalera was hitting leadoff the last time I saw him, so now he's hitting in the third hole.
I got to go down after the game and get a good look at that mystery bat. See, it's a big label like it's aluminum, and it sounds like wood. Swings and misses at a ball that might have been a smidge outside, and it's 0-2 on Abalera, who his first time up reached on an error by the shortstop and scored. Ahead of the double by Matt Moraes, who is on deck, the designated hitter. Swung on and missed. The high fastball gets him, and McCarthy has a much better inning.
Yeah, because he featured the fastball. It looked like he was using his fastball to set up the off-speed stuff in the first inning, and in this inning, again, a different plan. I think it was more or less using the off-speed stuff to set up that fastball. Tony Johnson is in the stadium. Johnson with a little bit of a maroon color there. It could be the new colors for his new job, which will be at Worcester Academy.
You reported on that. It's a loss for the Nashua sports community.
I've got to agree. I really do. I think it's a huge loss for the Nashua sports community. I think, Johnson is, and it's a huge loss for Guertin. This is a guy who was an alum, and and bled green and gold. And unfortunately, has that burning desire to continue to coach. And that opportunity doesn't exist right now at BG, so Johnson moves on.
Mm-hmm. Will Henderson is the coach of Nashua High North, and Scott Painter, the coach of Bishop Guertin. I am anxious to see John Roper in action because I know John personally, and watching him pitch for the Nashua Pride, I'm rooting for the guy, and I know.
Well, we will see John Roper in action next Friday night.
And Nashua's ETV. And Tom,
for those of you going to that game on Friday, I believe it's a 6 p.m. start, not a 7 o'clock. I believe it's a 6.
Tom King is a professional sports writer who is willing to burn a bridge if it means telling the truth. And I know.
Go ahead.
I know you know John Roper very well, and will there be a report card for the Nashua South coach at some point?
Oh no, we don't. We
can't.
No, we can't. High school coaches? No, that's not. No, that's not.
Yeah, he's a major leaguer though.
Yeah, but we can't second guess.
Yeah, slap a grade on that?
No, no way. Are you kidding me?
All right, good. So you guys can remain friends.
Yeah, we don't. No, that's that's in sports writing, John. That's pretty much an old adage. We don't, publicly in print try to second guess coaches, high school coaches
of the high school level.
Yeah,
right.
They're dealing with.
You draw the line.
They're dealing with a lot of different variables in the decisions that they make. So,
Jake Mellon, the 4-hitter, the cleanup hitter in the Titans lineup, getting his first look at Lund. Hits a hard grounder at the shortstop across the diamond, showing off that really good arm is Abalera, and it's 1 up, 1 down for the Titans.
So far, the Guertin defense has made every play it's needed to make. Got a double play out of it,
yeah.
And also have Abalera with that throw, 6-3.
That ball had some giddy up on it. It almost got by him 5-hole, but he flashed the glove in time. Got down there to get it.
Dylan Cost steps in.
And he looks at his strike. Looked like a breaking ball. It got over at the knees. Working at a pretty good pace is Lund. And
well, that's just it. Both pitchers look a little different this second inning than they did in the first inning, don't they?
They do.
I think that double play really kind of gave Lund the idea of, okay, I can stay with my fastball and let these batters take their hacks, and my defense will do the job. That's as he takes something off that pitch for a swing and a miss.
Cost got the tiniest piece of it,
just
apparently.
A little bit. You could hear it, couldn't you? You could just hear it, just barely hear it.
You got better hearing than me.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, just a little bit.
The 0-2.
Heard that one.
Two-hopper, Abalera. That's an out. I think he might
throws wide, but McCarthy makes the play for the out.
Made the adjustment. So 2 up, 2 grounders to shortstop, and 2 down. And batting 6th in the batting order. That's number 20.
Stepping in now is
Mike Robert.
Mike Robert.
Tops it off his leg.
Well, he's got a nice swing.
Does he remind
Take a look at that. Take a look at that swing when he finishes up. He finishes up in a good place, it looks like.
A little David Wright action, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit. Check it out next time he takes a hack.
David Wright's on fire right now in the majors. Ball bounces on the ground outside. There's an interesting incident happened with David Wright, and his manager took him out of the game for fear.
Yeah, to fear he was going to get hit. Terry Collins is a aggressive manager. Always has been.
Catcher, is he?
He's an old school guy. He's an aggressive guy, and it takes. If I'm the Mets, I'm pretty happy that my manager took the lead and did that, and that's a called strike.
Looked like the umpire lost track of the.
He thought it was strike
call.
3. It looked like he was ringing him up.
He was the only one that. I think he picked up on it.
He was ringing Robert up.
And he looks at a ball just outside. That is not strike 3. It was very
Robert's
close.
killing me here. He's not going to take a swing.
I know. You got us all built up to watch this next swing.
Might have to wait till his next at bat. There it is.
There it is.
It's not bad.
That took a big bounce off of somebody's equipment.
He's got a big swing. He's going to need to shorten it up a little bit, but boy, he finishes up pretty well.
Yeah. So Mike Robert, a junior,
I don't think he's going to see a fastball. Oh, he does.
And he carves it out of the inside corner at the knees. That's good placement there by Lund. He didn't leave it out over the plate.
No, he down. He left it down, and with 2 strikes on him, Robert's trying to protect.
The pitcher here, Tom, might have seen the same thing you did, and that Robert might tend toward a bigger swing, so he's going to try to go in on him. Leaves it over the middle.
That one, yeah.
And it's going to be a catch in dead center field. That went about 360.
It's the swing, John, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it was nice.
It's the swing.
But it was a right at him ball, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. So
well, you got to be
Robert
strong
gives it a
up.
ride.
You've got to be strong up the middle, and Guertin got 2 plays from his shortstop and 1 from his center fielder, and helping out Lund, the pitcher, and they're out of it here. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across for Nashua North. We have played 2 complete here at Holman Stadium. It's 3-0 Cardinals. Here on Nashua's ETV.
We're into the spring season where we cover baseball and lacrosse, and we've also covered field hockey.
Well, not field hockey's in the fall, John.
I forgot again.
We've covered
what
field
else
hockey.
Is going on?
We've covered field hockey.
We have.
Baseball for us is baseball and lacrosse.
That's it. And Tony Johnson just walked by, and Tom Ari is here, the Nashua athletic director. Who's had to do some juggling.
Dueling athletic directors, yeah. I know it.
There was some rainouts, and we expect to be doing some more baseball. But Tom had to move a couple of games because of scheduling conflicts and rainouts.
North-South on Friday, May 25th, 6 p.m. here at Holman Stadium.
So the guy that's coming up next, Matt Moraes, is designated hitter. He is in the lineup for Dan Brink, the right fielder, who is playing the field but not batting. And Moraes, the last time up, Tom, he hit an absolute bomb over toward the Riviera College sign in left center.
I thought you were going to say you hit one toward Riviera College.
Well, there's a sign out there. And
didn't see the
or IRS fireworks.
The advertising sign is the signage is up. A lot of it left over from last year. I think renewals for the Nashua Silver Knights.
And he goes chasing on that. Sometimes when you're feeling good at the plate, everything looks hittable, and so you have to stop yourself from chasing. It's an 0-1 offering from McCarthy, and he swings and misses as Moraes 0-2. Showed him some off speed, low and away, and then put a little extra on that fastball, the outer third. The 0-2.
Looking outside, and he missed the target. He came in on him.
He sure did. He missed it inside. Long run is going to go into the bullpen down there. I think that surprised our defense that McCarthy missed his spot. And
Fortin set up outside. In fact, he set up outside to the point where his whole body was outside. Not this time. Looks like he's going to try to go in, and then the pitch goes out.
Slowed the bat speed, and Rodriguez.
Calvin is having a tough night at shortstop.
And so that is another reached by error, and
I'd have to say it's a tough play, but he's still one that he was able to corral. Just wasn't able to make the transfer to make that throw.
Right. So Moraes is on for the 2nd time in the game. Nobody out to start the 3rd inning, and it is Joe McCarthy, our first baseman. Big swing and a miss on a ball that appeared to be low and out of the strike zone. So BG's hitters kind of jumping at the ball a little bit. McCarthy continues to work. Bounce, nice job by Fortin to corral it, and no movement by Moraes over at first base. McCarthy's got an open stance to start, and then he kind of closes it up as the pitcher delivers. Off the end of the bat, it's a very high pop, and putting it away is Shannon Martin.
A couple of hours ago, that would have been a tough catch to make, but not now with the sun behind and all shadows over Holman Stadium.
So 1 out, and here's Al McQuarrie, the catcher for Bishop Guertin, who hit an RBI bloop single his first time up.
It's a big out with McCarthy.
Yes. And there's a high fastball that McQuarrie cannot catch up to, and it's 0-1. No movement by Moraes, who's the designated hitter, he's got a very short lead over there, too, respecting the left-hander's potential move.
I think that's it. I think he's respecting McCarthy's left-handed view.
And also, you got a right-handed batter at the plate, so Fortin, who's got that great arm behind the plate, has an even easier chance.
time. So, you know, Scott Painter sets that up. He's got a first base coach over there, and he sets up what he wants his runners to do.
It's hit high to right and deep. It's going to be a long run.
That's catchable, I think.
It is caught. And that is not the third out of the inning, so this runner's got to tag up and go back to first, and he is dead duck.
Yep.
It is relayed from the shortstop to first place. It's a double play as McQuarrie flies out to deep right.
And there's a play where North's defense turns the trick.
Yes, sir. So good job by our right fielder, getting congratulated as he comes off the field. Double play ends the inning.
And it's still 3-0 in favor of the Cardinals. Here as they take the field. Now Will Henderson's chatting with Kyle McCarthy here. Just about what that inning was like. Will is always coaching, boy, I'll tell you. He is always coaching and very visible with his instructions. He will talk to players before they get comfortable in the dugout. That seems to be his style.
It's about those teachable moments.
Yep. And while it's fresh in McCarthy's mind, before he can get involved in anything in the dugout, we'll grab him and say, okay, this is what you did, this is what you didn't do. Or this is what I want to see you do.
So Shannon Martin is due up first for the Titans here in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah,
they
watch
trail
out
3-0.
for Lund. Lund gets a little carried with that fastball. You see him roll off the mound after that pitch? Threw it so hard that he rolled right off the mound. You know, lost his footing and stayed upright, but just kind of, his momentum took him all the way to the edge of the grass.
Keep an eye on that.
John, we want to congratulate the Daniel Webster College baseball team making the NCAA tournament for the first time in their history. They played 2 games in the Mid-Atlantic Regional. Fell to Keystone University, ranked 3rd in the country. Lost to them 13-7. Close 6-5 game was turned into a 12-5 game after a 6-run inning. And then they lost earlier in the second game, fell behind 5-0 and lost to Newman University. So my question is, did J.P. Pine in the dugout go, Newman?
Yeah.
Shaking his fist.
Seinfeld reference.
12 hits for Newman, and they got 8 of them were bunts or infield hits.
Newman.
Yeah. That's when you do that. So they eliminated Daniel Webster 11-4. A good year for the Eagles. Good year for the Eagles.
It's playable for McCarthy, and he makes the play in front of the dugout.
You know, how many of these kids ever would consider, you know, Riv or Daniel Webster as chances to play college baseball? But there's certainly perfect opportunities. And we did Daniel Webster Riviera earlier in the year, and there's certainly plenty of local kids on both teams.
So here's Andrew Jackson's first chance to bat in the game. Left-handed batter. That's our first left-handed batter of the ball game. I believe that's our right fielder.
Yeah,
that
I
made
was
that
just going to say
play.
Jackson was out in right field to make that play. Good run.
Yeah, he ran about 40 yards at least.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Fouls that one off to the left side. And it'll be Parker Jamerson to get his first at bat, awaiting on deck.
Sun's going down, John, and the temperature is going to drop down a little bit. There's a base hit.
That one's going to fall.
That could be extra.
Good speed. He's going to try it. There's going to be a play at second, and sliding in safely is Jackson.
Well, the key right there is Jackson saw the ball hanging up a little bit.
Out of the box.
Fielders were not lazy. They went right at it, but Jackson never stopped. Left-handed hitter out of the box, short run to first base, turns that corner and just turned on the Jets.
He who hesitates is lost, and Jackson was not lost on that double. He was hustling from the batter's box all the way to second base. Jameson grounds it at the shortstop. Jackson's got a retreat. Abalera bounces it, and another nice scoop by McCarthy.
McCarthy, boy, I'll tell you, he is having himself. I mean, he looks like. He's a great athlete. But, boy, he can play the game of baseball. Pitched a perfect game this year. Looks very good at first base defensively.
Oh, you just dropping that now? He pitched a perfect game?
We talked about that before the game. When I said if it was McCarthy and Mellon in the matchup, it would have been a great job because
that bears repeating.
Because we have a perfect game with McCarthy, and
right.
Mellon had like 4 or 5 complete games to start the year.
That's my fault. See, I tuned you out because I was writing my line.
John, you never tune me out. That's
sorry.
a first.
The listeners at home were.
That's a first
I
for you.
I got caught. Fouled off to the right by Louis Tarantino, who not only got hit by a pitch his first time up, it was right off the noggin, off the helmet. A glancing blow, fortunately, and he jogged to first base very quickly. Hits it high to right. It is right at the right fielder who's lining it up, and no tag. It's the third out of the inning. So it looked like our man on second, Andrew Jackson, ran the bases so well to get a double, Tom. He forgot the outs, and so he tricked me. I was looking at him tag up, and I was thinking, oh, it must be less than 2 outs. But that was the third out of the inning off the bat of Louis Tarantino. Flies out to right. Parker Jamerson, who was the batter before that, he grounded out to shortstop. And we were just talking about what a great scoop McCarthy made. So to this point, 3 innings played, Tom, as we start the top of the 4th inning. Our pitcher, Jeff Lund for Bishop Guertin, has faced just 1 batter beyond the minimum. He did allow a double.
Hard
right
to believe
there
the way he looked at that for top of the inning, but he got that double play that really helped him out.
Right.
You know,
and you mentioned that was a big game changer.
It sure was.
And so, Lund, who else will get to bat leadoff here in the top of the 4th inning for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. He will be followed by John McQuarrie and Nate Chartrand, the 7, 8, 9 hitters in the Cardinals order. We play 7-inning games in high school baseball. It is a Thursday night as we record this on Nashua ZTV, and there is a modest crowd on hand, but they're definitely being entertained by this game, and it's still anybody's contest.
Not a bad night for not a bad crowd for a North Guertin game. If it's a night like this for North South, you'll see the place fairly packed,
especially if it's a Friday night
for a high school game. That is, won't be capacity, but it'll be a good. Well, it's a 6 o'clock start too, so. But I think you'll still see a good turnout for that. They've waited long enough for it.
Yeah. Right. It's been moved. Lund does not get cheated at the plate. I don't think he's let a strike go by yet that he didn't take a big hack at. And that one's fouled over our right shoulders for strike 2. 0-2 on Lund as the ball bounds its way all the way down to the first row on the ricochet. Lund, his first time up, struck out swinging on about an 8 or 9 pitch at bat. Takes one down low, blocked by Fortin. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. On deck, John McQuarrie, who flied to the right fielder, and he'll be followed by Chartrand, who flied out to left his first time. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
Tried to tee that one up and golfed it and went down and pitched down and in. McCarthy looks like he's in a good rhythm, John, since that first inning.
Yeah, he certainly does. And had he had flawless defense, Tom, there's no telling we could have a dual shutout going here. But it is 3-0 Bishop Guertin. That ball's hit well to left field. It's going to get down. Cutting it off is Jamerson. He's going to fire to second. There's going to be a play. Beautiful throw.
Oh, and they got him cut off.
To first.
Out
at first.
Yep. Sure,
what a play
like
by Shannon Martin on the relay from second. Parker Jamerson. You won't see it better done at any level than the left fielder got over to cut off that ball. And on the fly, no bounces to the second baseman, Martin, who guns it to the first baseman, Jake Mellon, and he applied the tag. It was very close at first, but no argument. And just a stellar defensive play by the Titans.
Well, if that's the case, what you want to do if you're the runner, you want to make that play all the way to second base, because you know what? If I'm going to get thrown out, I'd rather get thrown out at second than first.
But you know how dead duck he was on that throw?
I know, but
he was literally halfway.
Gotta force.
And
in high school baseball, though, John, it's high school baseball.
It is, yeah.
So you got to force the player to make a play.
You do.
You know, they did force them to make a play, but it was a gift because You know, they can make the out. They make the out at first, or just hold them to a single, one way or the other.
Yeah, that was.
You know, but that's a play where, you know what, keep going.
Right.
Force the throw.
And you know what, too?
That's what I think anyway.
You do have a bit of an option when you're sliding in to try a little bit of trickery. You can go to the inside of the bag, the outside of the bag.
A lot of different things can happen at second base.
And you could maybe steal one, like literally underneath the tag. But
when you're caught on the defensive and you're running backwards, all of a sudden having to stop, turn, run back.
Yeah.
Not a good feeling.
That one misses down and in. You saw 4 players going.
You saw 5.
To the
you saw catcher, pitcher, second baseman, third baseman, shortstop.
They all tried to sell it.
Yes, they did.
No sale.
No buy.
Another 2-strike pitch coming. This one's top foul down the third base territory. A lot of foul territory here at Holman Stadium, especially to the third base side.
Yeah, much more to the third base side than the first base side.
Parker Jamerson has a highlight clip that he can stick in the reel after this inning. Has swung on and missed. They're going to have to throw him out at first. Fortin throws a good one.
Yeah, not as pretty as seeing everybody walk off at once, is it?
And that's a strikeout to end the top of the fourth inning for BG. 3-0. Bishop Guertin is in the lead. They had that big first half inning, and both pitchers have really shut the door since. A lot of things for the coaches to like in this game. I saw Coach Henderson, who's doing it between inning coaching thing again down on the field. I saw him talking to Andrew Jackson just before the young man batted and hit that hustle double to right center field. He really had to be pleased with that. And then Jackson probably got a talking to about not knowing the outs when the inning ended.
I'm sure.
Fly ball to right.
Tim Jeremini steps into the press box, the business manager for the Silver Knights. Now in and out, cameo appearance.
When do they begin again?
June 8th, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think the 9th is the opener here. I'm not sure. It's just at the end of that first week in June. They open the season, I can tell you this, in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. That's where they open it. And don't forget, they don't play series in the Futures League. It's one night in one city and another night in another city. A league that has expanded from 4 teams to 9.
It's the 100th anniversary year of Fenway Park, Tom, and a lot of the critics of the Red Sox say that the ballpark is the star of 2012. Forget about the team's chances. It's still early. But my question for you is, as the Wikipedia of Nashua sports, how old is this place? I forget exactly how many years it is.
I do too. I think it's got to be in its 70s.
Abilera, another strong throw across the diamond. And one up, one pitch, one down here in the bottom of the fourth inning as the Titans. Kelvin Rodriguez bounds out to the shortstop to get things started here in the fourth.
It's got to be in its 70s to 80, somewhere between 70 and 80 years.
Right.
70 to 85.
So we're going to have that big ceremony. We're going to invite all the old Pride players back at the 100-year mark. And
it's not my call.
You're not going to host that?
That's not my call.
Matt Fortin, the big hitting first baseman for the Titans to bat here with one out, nobody on.
Big hitting catcher.
Catcher, excuse me.
Mellon is the big hitting first baseman, or at least the big first baseman who's on deck.
So 27-28, bat 3-4. And they would like to get something started here against Jeff Lund.
And there it is.
A line single to left. Well struck.
Middle of the order has got to do something for Nashua North, and Fortin starts things off with one out and a single.
It's only a second hit of the game for the Titans. They had a double by Jackson. That's a single for Fortin. And that pitch got a lot of the plate, Tom. I think Fortin would like to get one of those every time up. Jake Mellon, see what he can do. He grounded out to shortstop his first time up.
I'd be tempted to say if Mellon gets a pitch like that, left fielder could be moving back.
Ground ball to second. It's a worm killer. It is Taylor made as Abilera finishes it off.
My goodness, 2 double plays. Actually, 3 double plays for Guertin in this game.
4, 6, 3.
2 double plays. That's right. The
Mellon's been on the Abalera's been on the back end of both, and that is another pitcher's friend, best friend right there for Jeff Lund, who trots off the field and fixing again. He gives up a hit, but faces the minimum number of batters in the inning, and he's still only one over the minimum number through 4 innings. He has faced 13 batters. Not spinning the order of the Titans so far in this game. And McCarthy, who has been fairly brilliant himself since the first inning.
Yeah, boy, that first inning really took its toll on
going back. What happened is Eric Danfus led off the game, E6.
Right.
The next batter, Reed, reached on a fielder's choice.
No, I think that play was made. That play was made. Yeah, that's right. He reached. That's right.
Yeah, he reached on a fielder's
choice. And then we got another E6.
E6.
And the big double by McCarthy.
He's plated 2 runs.
Right.
And then McCarthy's on, Moraes is on second.
Moraes is double, McCarthy with a single.
I think that brought in
2
Moraes.
runs. The double only brought in 1 because everybody had to hold up.
Double brought in
ball.
1. The single brought in 2.
2, and then it's that's where we stand.
So it's a 3-0 lead for BG. And the first batter here of the 5th inning. We're in the top of the 5th already, Tom. Dylan Cost.
Remember, they play 7 innings, everyone, in high school baseball. So
yeah, and these pitchers have moved the game along.
We are the equivalent of the 7th inning in a 9-inning game. But I don't think they do a 5th inning stretch.
Or they don't play Sweet Caroline either, which you're really happy
about.
Thank God. And McCarthy's pitch is low and outside. Ball 1. Cost grounded to shortstop his first time up. Looks at a strike. Cost will be followed by Mike Robert and Shannon on the wrong thing. It's not Cost, it's top of the order. Danfus. Ground ball to shortstop. Across the diamond, and it's over the head of the first baseman. Taking the turn the wrong way, throw to first, back in safely is Danfus, who had reached on an error by the shortstop and walked, and now he's reached on another error by the shortstop.
Another tough night for Mr. Rodriguez.
Kelvin had plenty on that throw.
John, that's 4.
It was too high. It is.
That is 4. He has had a tough
I feel
night.
for Kelvin Rodriguez because I once played a high school game where I made 3 errors in the same inning.
Ooh.
Coach Coleman was not pleased.
Throwing or just
they were ground balls,
fielding?
and I'm going to blame Cleveland Circle, which was a sand pit at the time. All right, against Catholic Memorial, I charged the heck out of those balls.
Did the other shortstop make 3 errors in 1 inning?
No.
No. So there you go.
That's what the coach pointed out. Bunt to the left side of the infield. One hopper. Nice over-the-top throw.
Yeah,
Gets
boy,
him.
a very good style there. That was McCarthy, I think, on the throw, wasn't it?
Dylan Cost came in. Third baseman called him off. Yep.
All right. Great play.
Yep.
As he makes that throw, boy, the motion he uses, you're wondering if that ball's going to bounce in the dirt before it reaches first base, but no. But at the same point in time, the sacrifice is made as Scott Painter knows that if he's sitting on a 3-0 lead, the chances are it could come back to bite him.
Matt Fortin, textbook technique by the catcher for the Titans.
He can get it done behind the dish, can he?
Yes, sir. So the sacrifice is 1 out, and the pop-up, a big out there by Fortin catching it.
And he's only a junior. And now Moraes steps in.
Still at second base is Danfus. That was Abalera that popped up. And big swing, Moraes.
I'd run him.
How did he reach the last time?
Moraes on an E6, double on E6.
Right.
I'd run him. I'd run Danfus. I'd try third.
With 2 outs, do you need third?
I'd try it.
Inside out swing, Moraes.
Force the play. Because I don't think your offense is really doing a whole lot.
You rebel.
McCarthy,
still in third?
McCarthy,
from?
McCarthy has settled into a groove.
Where's the real Tom King? What have you done with him? Steal third with 2 outs.
McCarthy's settled into a rhythm.
Strike 3.
See?
Yeah.
See what I tell you?
Might have stirred things up.
I would have done it.
Chasing there was Murray.
Not if I'm down 3-0, obviously, but you're up 3-0. Force the play, because what I'm thinking is the element of surprise. They make a mistake. The ball goes in left field, and you got yourself a run.
Bottom of the 5th inning, and the man I said was up for BG's actually made a nice play at third base, and he will be leading off for the Titans. Dylan Cost, the third baseman, will lead it off, and he'll be followed by Mike Martin and Mike Robert and Shannon Martin for the Titans here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nashua North does have 3 more chances to bat here. The 5th, 6th, and if need be, the 7th innings. Showing no signs of tiring is Jeff Lund, 23, number 23 on the mound for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Scott Painter, the coach for BG. Will Henderson is the coach of the Titans of 2012. It was a very pleasant mid-70s on this Friday in mid-May in Nashua, and the sun has gone down, and so the temperatures dipped a little bit, but it's still very comfortable. You could even get away with wearing short sleeves in the stands here at historic Holman Stadium. Bishop Guertin enjoying a 3-0 lead at the moment. John Collins with Tom King. Tim O'Neill is handling our camera. Our executive producer is Pete Johnson. It's an exciting game to this point. A big inning in the first half inning for BG is the difference. Plating a couple of runs that were unearned, and both pitchers have pitched shutdown balls since then. Jeff Lund here on the mound for BG and Kyle McCarthy for the Titans. Here's Dylan Cost, the third baseman, made a nice play and leads off the inning with a nice hit. Knifing into right center. That's going to be picked up there, cut off in the gap so that Cost can't take second on the play. That's a leadoff single, just what the doctor ordered for the Titans, down by 3.
You got to think that North feels that they can get to 1 at some point. They're running out of time. They really have to do it starting now.
Well, I was noticing it is the 5th inning, so they do have 3 chances, 5, 6, and 7, if they can get something going here. There's a pretty good move by Lund and nearly caught Cost napping. Mike Robert, the center fielder, I believe it might be not the center field. Ground ball to the left side. It sizzles through the hole. It was so hard hit.
The plot thickens. Oh, going for the extra base at third. Watch out.
Out at third.
Bad play.
Yes, with nobody out.
Nobody out. You had first and second, nobody out. And the tough part about it is, who's coaching third? Your coach.
Yeah.
Your head coach. And he's right there. And stuck at first base now is Robert.
Yeah. I'm going to say base hit on that, Tom. That's a really quick infield. And you can't expect, I think.
That's a base. Yeah, that's a base hit.
That's
went under him, but it's still a base hit. He dove for it.
Unfortunately, Dylan Cost thought because it was a ground ball single that maybe that would buy him some extra time to go first to third, but he's right there in front of the left fielder.
First and second, nobody
down by
out.
3, nobody out.
First and second, nobody out. You got Martin Jackson who doubled coming up, and you got some ball players, some hitters coming.
Big swing by Martin, who popped up to the first baseman his first time up.
Just a tough play. You're helping out Lund. And here comes Scott Painter. What's Painter coming out? Let's see.
Let's have a quick word with McCarthy.
Really, and this is very quick. I mean, it's very to the point.
I have to say, Martin had a really good swing at that ball. Maybe he's trying to talk to him about hitting his spots, maybe.
You have to wonder.
Focusing late in the game. Maybe he wanted to let him know that.
He had a good swing at that ball, but still he fouls it off. It was a fastball with a little bit of zip on it.
These guys down later in the order are guys he wants to get, perhaps, as it's the 7, 8, 9 hitters here for the Titans. Martin, Jackson, and Jamerson due up. Went right to the curveball. Line drive, base hit, left field.
Boy, I'll tell you. Poor Cost. He doesn't feel good in that dugout now, does he?
Right, because he feels like
he just cost his team a run.
Right. And possibly
or
a big
possibly bases loaded. You know, it probably would have been bases loaded, nobody out.
Nice hit by Shannon Martin to make it first and second with one out.
And now you got the man who doubled his last time up in Jackson.
Yeah, pretty solid double. He's only left-handed batter in the lineup for the Titans, and he had a really good swing on Lund last time, his first time and only time up. The pitch. Ripped to right down the line. That's going to grab some grass. Foul. Oh, optical illusion from up here. Looked like it might be right down the line, but it hooked well foul at the end there, about 10 feet. Might have been a breaking ball, and Jackson just couldn't keep from hooking it. He'll have a quick conversation with Will Henderson while out to the mound for Bishop Guertin is Al McQuarrie talking to his pitcher, Jeff Lund, and both the batter and the catcher will get reset in front of our umpires this evening. Jackson has had two swings, and they've both been line drives. One was a double, the other was foul right there. Lays off the curveball or a changeup in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Three nothing. The Titans trail, but they are threatening with one out here in the fifth.
Avalera trying to sneak up behind the runner at second base, hoping to maybe distract the hitter or draw a throw that could be a pickoff, but I wouldn't try it right now. You got a 3-run lead, one out, first and second. Play it straight.
That is a tough take by Jackson, and it works. It was a
tough take, but a good take. The pitch was off the plate.
I tell you, the pitch right before that, Tom, just nipped the outside corner, and that was only 2 or 3 inches further outside.
Jackson doubled in that direction his last time up. I want to go in on him right now.
Hit hard to right. Will it get over the right fielder's head? It does. With Jackson's speed, who knows? One run is going to come in. The other run's going to stop at third, and the throw to the plate is a good one on one hop.
Wise move by Will Henderson to hold his runner up at third base, but North is on the board. As what happened was the pitcher comes in, and so does the right fielder. If he doesn't make 2 steps in, he catches that ball. And we're talking about a long fly out.
How good does Andrew Jackson look at the plate today? I mean, he has hit 2 doubles solidly to right, and that's a big one in a key situation. Dan Brink is the right fielder for BG.
And Brink was on the brink of making a play because he, but he starts running in, and that he takes 2 steps and then hesitates and freezes and is flat-footed and has to go back and doesn't have the speed to catch up to that ball like maybe Jackson would have if he's playing out in right field for North.
Here's your other left-handed batter in lineup, Tom. Parker Jamerson, and first base is empty. Off the end of the bat, and it squibs foul. And how close was that to being damaged?
So what do you want to do here? You want first base empty. You want to walk him and then...
Well, I'll tell you what. He's pitching around him, basically. He got Parker to chase the first pitch. That was like a changeup away. It almost backfired on Lund. But I think he's going to try to get him, and he might try to work him off he did, whopping away.
Yeah.
Trying to get Parker to chase something here, but I don't think he's going to give in and just give him 4 balls. He's going to try to nibble.
Why are you nibbling with number 9, though? 9th hitter.
Go right after him?
Go right after him. He's number 9 in the order for a reason. Here comes the runner. They're going to try to squeeze.
And that is strike 3. Bunting on the 3rd strike. It's a squeeze that backfires for the Titans, and that costs them an out. That's a risky move, Tom, when you squeeze on 2 strikes.
It's a Mr. Henderson with that call. I don't think the hitter was doing that on his own.
My mind is spinning between my partner here in the broadcast booth wanting to send the runner to steal third with 2 outs, and now Will Henderson, a tremendous baseball coach, just rolling the dice and going with a squeeze with 2 strikes on the 9-hitter.
Tying runs in scoring position with 1 out.
And now it's been left up to Louis Tarantino, your leadoff hitter, who has flied to right and been hit on the noggin by a pitch in this game. to try to come up with some two-out magic, trailing by 2 runs with 2 on in scoring position. That curveball stays up and in.
But you know what this inning has done is it's forced Lund to throw more pitches.
Yeah, and you see the results right down there,
right,
Tom.
Yeah, because we've got a guy warming up in the Guertin bullpen. I'll have to try to see if I can find out who that is with the
Tarantino takes a fastball to
trusty
knees.
binoculars.
Yeah, I have some scribbles here on the players in reserve. 3, 7, 10, 25.
You don't have the one we need.
Hit towards the shortstop. Abalera feels it cleanly across the diamond. McCarthy, another nice stretch. They're going to go to the home plate umpire and ask him if he was on the bag. There's going to be a discussion here between the umpires. We have yet to have a call.
It sure looked like he was on the bag.
McCarthy's trying to tell the umpire, yes, I did have the bag.
Right, I tell you,
the naked eye looked like it. And the umpires are going to try to get this right. The base umpire wanted the home plate umpire's opinion and eye angle.
Well, the home plate umpire didn't offer an opinion, so it's obvious to me that the home plate umpire didn't see the play.
And the batter is out. Tarantino's caught 6-3, and Will Henderson's going to have a discussion with the home plate umpire.
Well, either way.
Huge call.
Either way, the umpires look tentative. Now, they talk about it to get it right, but the fact that the home plate umpire did not make a decisive call when he was asked for help shows me that he didn't see the play. And really, how could he see whether he was able to stay on the bag or not?
I'm going to go to our authority on the play. Tim O'Neill, our cameraman, out or safe at first base? Safe. Off the bag.
Off the bag. Tim O'Neill.
And you know what?
Says he missed it by that much.
Folks who are DVRing this Nashua ETV broadcast at home have the luxury of rewinding that and perhaps watching what Tim may have seen
Henderson
there.
pleading his case, and come on.
Yeah.
So that's a big play. Guertin gets a break.
Because
we will go. One thing I've learned over the years is never go against Tim O'Neill. His is the defining word always.
Is that right?
Yes. No.
Good.
He calls it as he sees it.
And that was huge because it would have been a 3-2 ball game had that runner been called safe, and the inning would have continued with a chance for the Titans to tie it up with their two-hitter, Kelvin Rodriguez, coming to the plate.
No, they were just
instead it's 3-1 BG.
Just one of those bizarre high school innings.
Yeah. We had a 2-strike squeeze with men on second and third. It was foul to the backstop. Runner had to go back to third, and the batter was out for bunting the third strike. And the gamble there, too, Tom, is you've got a pitcher, like you said, he shouldn't be, but he was basically pitching around the batter. Big swing and a miss by McCarthy on the inside fastball. And so there's no guarantee that he's even going to get a hittable, buntable pitch on that. I mean, he could have bounced it. He could have thrown it anywhere. Top to third. It's going to be a foul ball just at the last moment. It went to the left of the line, and the home plate umpire was right there with the perfect angle and calls the play dead. So McCarthy will come back to the plate with 2 strikes on him. 3-1. Bishop Guertin leads. Joe McCarthy was right in the middle of that controversy, the first baseman leading it off here. Tops it to the right side. It's about a 4-hopper to Shannon Martin, who guns him out. So 1 up, 1 down for Bishop Guertin here in the top of the 6th inning. Al McQuarrie is coming up. He has singled, and he has hit into that double play that started in right field. When
some bizarre plays. So, boy, look at all the chances
Andrew Jackson ran it down.
Look at all the chances North had. There's 3 key plays in that inning. Start with the throw out at third base.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to remind me of that. That's right.
Continue with the 2-out. I mean, not the 2-out, the 2-strike squeeze attempt.
For the second out.
And then you get the third out.
Which was controversial.
All 3 outs for Nashua North you could question. Either decision-making or just simply the physical play.
Yeah, exactly. It's a frustrating inning.
But a great inning for us to call. Did a good job of it, John.
And to replay Tim's camera work.
Because it was agonizing either way, just watching McCarthy try to to hold his foot on that bag and stretch and stay on it and stay upright and then roll off. And Tim O'Neill gets it on camera, so we can't see it, but you can see it at home. Maybe that could be one of the replays if Pete Johnson is our producer or esteemed executive producer is able to put together.
It's that magic mystery bat that's got the giant label like it's an aluminum bat.
The sound that John Collins will hear in his sleep tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
That is the sound of wood. I mean, that is the sound of wood. I got to on and look at that bat up close. Maybe they're fooling the pitchers now. They're putting these giant labels, white, yellow lettering on it, and it's really maple or
corked.
Something. Yeah. Swung on and missed. It's bounced in. That's going to be a safe.
Yep.
Fortin bounced it, and Mellon couldn't come up with it.
No, I believe they call him out. I believe they call interference.
They must have called him inside the baseline.
They called him inside the line. Interference or inside the line. Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Because the home plate umpire pointed to a spot on the baseline and then called him out.
He must have been on the grass, Tom, when he ran down the line. It's another one you can rewind. This game has to be recorded because we need to rewind. Also, Pete Johnson probably is available to take donations for Super Slow-Mo on Nashua ETV if we can.
He's got
buy
replay
the
capability.
equipment.
He's got replay capability, doesn't he? Tim, yeah. All we have to do is mark X marks the spot.
Oh, he has it, right, in editing, right.
Right.
Not right here.
Not right here, no.
Yeah. Doesn't help me sound smarter, but we would be able to have it in post-production.
Let's not ask the impossible, John. Ask to make you sound smarter. Come on.
Couldn't let it go.
Now a little discussion now with Sky. Sorry, that's we're doing baseball, but that was a softball. Jeff Lund getting a little talk to from Scott Painter. Wonder if he's talking to Lund about the exertion in this at bat because of the fact that he's got another inning or two to pitch, or what he thinks McCarthy's going to throw him. I think maybe he's telling Lund, don't go after the down and in pitch. You have a nice golf swing, Jeff. But
he's been very aggressive in his first two at-bats.
Yeah.
Struck out both times.
Right. You got a nice golf swing, but we don't need to see it at home plate.
Be selective, maybe he told him. That's ball 2.
Because McCarthy's attack point is low, but look at the energy McCarthy's showing on the mound right now.
Yeah, he's animated.
He is animated as heck.
And he just gets it in on the hands of Lund, and this turns into a fairly easy chance.
And that's the
Mellon.
McCarthy I think that we would have loved to have seen in the first inning. But look at him now. Hat is off. He's walking in. He is jacked and pumped, as Pete Carroll would say.
There's no activity in the Titans
something has
bullpen.
got him going.
There's a lot of Ks on my scorecard, Tom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts for Kyle McCarthy that I have here through 6 innings. Not too shabby.
North with 2 chances now. Rodriguez, Fortin, and Mellon due up.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. With 5 and 6 in the wings, you got to figure this is a good shot. There's
continued action in the Bishop Guertin bullpen. Did you get the number of that?
Yeah, I did, and I don't have the corresponding name.
What's the number you got?
I had 38.
38. Oh, you're right. I didn't write that down. Oh, wait. Here it is.
Oh, okay.
Quinn.
Oh, there you go.
DiPasquale.
DiPasquale. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a previous roster. And I don't have that name on it.
Yeah, the last name. That's Quinn warming up down there.
He's a call-up. Must be a call-up from the JV farm system.
Yeah.
But
the mighty Quinn might come in.
But he's not throwing. Is he throwing now? Let's see.
He's slowed down the pace between pitches.
Well, let's see if it's still him. They may have changed now that we go into the latter innings.
Somebody else getting some work. Between innings here, 3-1. Bishop Guertin protecting a 2-run lead. A very eventful and controversial.
No, it is still DiPasquale out in the bullpen.
Very
still one.
Interesting fifth inning by the Titans. Let's see what the 6th inning brings here. Bottom of.
Tossing.
Home team, the Titans in this one, trailing by 2 as Kelvin Rodriguez takes a bouncing ball for ball 1.
Yeah, and the fact that ball bounces may be a signal of a little bit of fatigue here for Lund. Let's see.
The 1-0. Bunts at third base side. It's a good one. collision by the players, and they are not going to come close to getting Kelvin Rodriguez, who nearly created an injurious situation there.
Now that's a good call by Will Henderson with the bunt. If it was him,
well, when you lay it down in that spot too, it makes you
great
look even better.
Right.
Good job by Rodriguez, who had popped up to the first baseman and grounded out to the shortstop before that bunt single to start things here in the sixth inning.
Now you've got Fortin, who's 1 for 2, but the one out is a double play ball, 6 unassisted. So what Fortin doesn't want to do is ground it to shortstop again.
Right. He did a nice job of ripping a single to left his last time up. Yeah, he got a ball middle in about belt high, and he didn't miss it. Let's see what Lund comes up with here. To the 3-hitter in the order. Starts him off again with a bouncer away in the dirt. Good job behind the plate by Al McQuarrie to block it with the runner at first, the speedy Kelvin Rodriguez.
Well, no doubt about it. Lund is laboring a little bit. These are not smooth innings for him. Been bailed out by some bizarre plays and decisions and calls. But the bottom line is he's thrown a lot of pitches, and he's always got men on base.
The 1-1 on the way. Up and away with the fastball.
Yeah, he's
2
tired.
balls.
He's tired.
Yeah.
Showing some sure signs of fatigue.
And it is the heart of the order for the Titans going up against a tiring Jeff Lund.
Yeah, and I want to make him work. I'm not swinging at the first pitch. If I'm anybody at the plate for North, I am making Lund work.
3 balls and 1 strike, and Will Henderson is giving the green light.
And that bounced.
To Fortin here,
That pitch
Tom.
bounced.
Yeah, you got to be selective, though, right?
Boy,
3 balls,
I don't
1
know
strike?
if I'd give him the green light. Fortin's a good hitter, but still. Oh,
Deep
maybe.
to left.
I'm wrong.
Toward the track and corralling it deep against the brick wall. Getting it back into the infield. How about that play by Danfus and left, Tom?
Well, I don't know about you, John.
I don't think Jose Canseco would have got that close to the wall.
No. When
Nice
I saw
play.
that ball leave the bat at Matt Fortin, didn't you think? I thought it was gonna. I thought it was
after you said that you wouldn't give him the green light. And,
I wouldn't do it. And then all of a sudden,
a little more cork in the bat, it would have worked. We were joking about the
loud
cork earlier.
out is all it is.
And excuse me, foul there by Jake Mellon, who has grounded out to shortstop and grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. So the 3-4 batters have been stymied for the most part. Fortin with a great bid there to tie the game up. Fell about 10 feet short.
You notice smoke out in the outfield a little bit?
Yeah, I do smell that.
Where is it coming from? There's no bonfire going on anywhere. We can see, and I didn't hear any fireworks going off.
Or if the Little League maybe had a post-game cookout or something behind us.
If they did and didn't invite us, I want to know why.
So you need everything. Fastball catches the outside corner. You know, we talked about the tiring Jeff Lund. He is finding a little bit extra to try to finish off this inning. It's 1 out and 1 on. They fooled me. Strike 3.
There it is, John. Good call. He is getting back for that little bit extra that you want your competitor, your starting pitcher, to do with men on base in a 3-1 game. And Lund is doing that. He's not looking out to the bullpen and wondering when am I going to get pulled. He's going right after the hitters.
This is a game that's featured some great outfield play. We saw Andrew Jackson make a fine catch in right and start a double play. There's a high breaking pitch, it looked like, to Dylan Cost, who has singled and then got gunned down trying to get back to first base after he thought better about stretching a single into a double. That was another great outfield play by Parker Jamerson. In left field, that was Eric Danfus, who
throw over to first, just gets by McCarthy. But you know what? That's not a bad play because they're not going to take chance. Famous last words, but I don't think the Titans would take too many chances down 3-1 with a runner on.
Yeah.
Don't really need to. See, that's why I think that Lund is wasting some time here. No need really to throw over to first base.
Yeah, Danfus has made 2 great defensive plays in this game. That catch and the throw to second he made to start. There's a great jump. Line drive right field is going to go foul. It's actually caught by the bullpen.
With 2
catcher.
outs, I don't mind him going. If he's going to take second, more power to him.
Right.
You know, I'm not that concerned about that runner.
Kelvin Rodriguez reached on a bunt single to begin things here in the 6th inning. And Matt Fortin nearly tied the game with a long fly ball to left that was caught right on the warning track, about 310 feet away on the run by Danfus.
The chill has set in at Holman Stadium.
Jake Mellon got caught looking on a brilliant fastball in the outside corner by Lund. So we have 2 outs and 1 on in the inning. Cost represents the tie run, but it looks like Lund has caught a second wind here, which may be his last batter of the game against Dylan Cost. Lund's pitch. Golfed foul. It's going to find the seats.
Took something off that.
Yep. Slowed down the bat speed of the hitter.
Slowed down the bat speed of Cost. And now, John, I think if I'm going after Cost, I'm going up and in with a little bit of velocity.
And I'm guessing up and in with velocity. I'm going to get the top hand out and tomahawk that ball out of here.
Well, I'm saying that, you know,
you're right.
Can you beat me with this pitch? And I'm saying he can. So
fouled off to the right. He goes right down the middle.
He goes right down the middle with
it. Yeah. He's coming up with some extra, though. How about this?
Yeah,
the competitor in Lund came out.
He is. And you know what? If he had taken just a little bit more off that pitch, he would have had him. Right. You know? So, I mean, so that was kind of a, you know, I'm looking at that pitch. I'm saying, you know, fastball over the middle. Come on. If you're going to go that direction, take something off it. If not, go up. If you want to go hard, go up and in. Took something off it and went up and in.
A bloop to center is going to find the grass. Going to third, there's going to be a throw.
Nope.
And no, it's a cutoff, a bluff throw by Abalera. And a good hustle by Kelvin Rodriguez to get all the way to third base with 2 outs.
And see, I think right there, not to overanalyze it, but I think right there, Jeff Lund paid the price for not being aggressive. He went up and in a little bit, but he did it at such a velocity that it was just easy to get the bat on it and plunk it into center field for a base hit.
Dylan Cost was in protect mode, and he got a break. And there have been very few breaks, really, for the hitters in this game. The defense has been good, especially in the outfield, but that one found the grass.
Didn't show the same respect.
And you get to see Mike Roberts swing the bat again.
Yeah, didn't show the same respect for Cost that he showed Mellon when he went right after Mellon.
Robert takes it down. If you're just tuning into Nashua's ETV broadcast, Bishop Guertin leads 3-1, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th of a 7-inning game. And Tom King is enamored of the swing of this batter, Mike Robert, who I compared a little bit to the David Wright type of swing. That's a slow breaker right on the outside corner. Good job by Lund to come back.
Yeah, and a good job by Robert to just kind of let that
That's
go.
Not the one you're looking with no strikes.
You don't have any
looking for it.
Nobody's making him swing the bat on that one.
The outfield swings him around slightly to left to pull and deep. Big swing and a miss.
But look at that swing, isn't it? It's a beauty.
Oh, yeah.
It's a beauty.
He's got some good whoosh going.
He does.
He needs to connect, though. And Lund had a little extra on it.
That's just it. That was, Lund.
He's been tough to hit up in the zone.
I mean, he allows Robert to get full extension of the bat.
Now they're going to get him at second?
Double steal? No, they're going to let him go.
They're going to let him go.
And now that's big play. Now you are concerned about it because now the tying runs are in scoring position.
That's right.
But he let Robert, extend those arms on that pitch, and that was just Lund saying, hey, I got the speed. I'm going to do it.
I still got it.
Yep.
Late in the game. The bullpen activity continues for Bishop Guertin.
And now Scott Painter's coming out to talk with the umpire. I would like to know what this discussion is about.
The umpire wants to know, too, as he comes over with open palms to talk to Scott. It's a quick discussion, looks like. And taking the opportunity to talk to his pitcher is Hal McQuarrie, the catcher.
I don't think Scott Painter liked what he was told there. He's kind of shaking his head as he goes back.
No, he didn't.
Scott Painter, like John Roper, a product of the Nashua North coaching staff.
I don't know. Maybe he thought there was timeout when the runner went.
Could be. Don't know.
Yeah.
Painter was an assistant under Will Henderson. So was John Roper. Roper was the freshman coach at North.
The pitch to Robert.
So you have the Henderson coaching tree now in Nashua baseball.
In case you're wondering who is on deck here with 2 outs and first base open, it's Shannon Martin, who singled sharply his last time up, the second baseman. Robert is 1 for 2.
2 strikes on the hitter. Let's see.
Top towards short, slowly hit. Abalera charges it, guns it across in time for the final out of the inning.
A little mild stretch by McCarthy at first base, but he's able to make a controversy-free play, and North has to think that was their best chance.
Well, yeah, with the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up, they had the heart of the order there in that inning and a bit of a rally going. But I'll tell you, Eric Danfus's defense in left is a hidden star of this game. He cut down a runner trying to stretch a single into a double. He took what was extra bases away from Mr. Fortin, and it is still a 3-1 Bishop Guertin lead. Nashua North's been victimized by some errors. BG's had some stellar defense and some great pitching by both teams, but really that first inning remains the difference. A 3-1 advantage for Bishop Guertin, and the tying runs left aboard for the Titans there in the bottom of the 6th inning. John Collins with Tom King, Tim O'Neill on camera, our executive producer Pete Johnson. We are in the final inning now, top of the 7th of this 7th inning game. BG looking for some valuable insurance runs if they can get them. And they will have Joe McQuarrie, the third baseman, and Nate Chartrand, the second baseman, leading off here in the 7th. The 8-9 hitters to be followed by Danfus. So far, McQuarrie is 1 for 2. And Chartrand is
chance for Guertin now, looking to get some insurance runs off McCarthy if they can get it. Because I don't know.
Yeah, Danfus actually
3-1 lead is kind of shaky.
Yeah, Parker Jamerson had a nice play in the outfield as well for the Titans. So a lot of great outfield play in this game. Line drive single to center. To start the inning is second hit of the game for Joe McQuarrie. Didn't crush it, but he got it off the
Doesn't need to.
Doesn't need to, leading off the inning. Chartrand struck out and fly to left in 2 trips. Actually, do we have a pinch hitter? No, Chartrand's the second baseman. Scott Painter's talking to pinch runner is what we have here. And number 34 running into the game is C.J. Boykin. C.J. Boykin, who we know from football, correct?
So let's see. CJ's got some speed.
Yep.
This could be interesting. This could be fun.
So doing his job is John McQuarrie, excuse me. And
so now Mr. Fortin is going to be challenged behind the plate.
Boykin.
You know Boykin is in this game to run.
Up and away. And you know what? I think for the great game that Kyle has pitched, Kyle McCarthy in the mound, I don't think he's thrown over to first base once. So I haven't seen the move.
I don't think he's really had to, has he?
Not a lot.
No.
Not a lot of reasons, but
time was called on that pitch.
He finished that pitch. He's got that classic left-hander's mound presence, doesn't he, Kyle McCarthy?
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah. He didn't have it the first couple innings.
No, he didn't. You're right. But
he's got it now. Something really got him going. I'd love to know what it is. The way he's working, the way his body language, everything is different in the last 2 or 3 innings from Kyle McCarthy than it was. Unless somebody said something to him in his own dugout or on the field from the other team. Don't know. But look at him snatch that ball back. Look, watch him.
Yeah, the location on that was excellent. It was right on the inside corner.
But watch his body language. Watch him take the ball back from the catcher. I mean, working quick.
It might have been fouled into. He offered as the call from the home plate umpire, so it wasn't a foul tip, but it is a strike.
He is animated. I mean, the first inning was like slow motion.
Yeah.
You know, watching him now, it's a totally different.
This is the pitch to steal on.
I had to look at the number to see if it was the same kid.
I'm not saying he's going to throw a fastball.
No, but you're right. This is the pitch to steal on, so let's see if he throws over.
Let's see if he goes on first move. He doesn't go.
No, Boykin stays put.
Yeah, it was low. And Fortin's got a great arm behind the plate. They don't challenge him. You're up by 2. It's a chance to take a gamble, maybe get insurance.
Well, because if you get Boykin down at second base, he scores on anything to the outfield. That's a hit. From
top
second.
Foul behind home plate.
you could score from second on a ground ball if you're not careful.
The thing for me is, as a base runner, if a pitcher has not thrown over once all game, very good chance you can go on the first move and get away with it. Any little twitch,
but you know
take
what?
off.
You know what? McCarthy's working awfully quick.
Right. There he goes. He went on the first move, fouled back to the screen. And, you know, in Nate's defense, he had to protect with 2 strikes. And that was a very tough pitch that tied him up, but he spoiled it.
He sure did, because if he backs away, there's no way Fortin's going to throw Boykin out.
Boykin displaying that speed.
If the batter backs away and Fortin's got to come up and make that catch the delivery, there's no way he's going to be able to throw him out.
Now you see his first move
to
first. Yep.
It's not a very good one either.
Yeah, it's probably not his favorite thing to do.
No,
that's what it is.
Not.
Some lefties just love that move, and they toy with it, and they come up with different variations.
But you know, the pace that McCarthy is working at.
He doesn't want to worry about it.
No, exactly.
Strike 3 called over the outside corner, and McCarthy knew it. Chartrand doesn't agree.
Well, you know, I don't agree because I thought that ball was low. Outside corner or not, I thought it was low. But that's the call. Doesn't matter what I think.
I think your voice carried there. The home plate umpire knows your opinion. There he goes on the first throw, and down and safe at second is C.J. Boykin. Caught me by surprise.
That's all right. I'm not playing on the field. What's he going to do? Throw me out of the game?
Yeah, that's right.
He could.
He could turn around here and say, I'm solo.
Wouldn't that be a riot?
He'd probably throw me out by accident.
Wouldn't that be a riot? Yeah. No, you know what I would do? He'd toss. I go,
You'd point at me.
I'd point at you.
Oh. So in scoring position is Boykin with 1 out. Danfus is the batter. He has reached on an error.
This is one of the more entertaining baseball games we've done.
It is. There's a lot going on.
A lot going on because you know why? That's the way these two teams play the game. You know, they're not big slugging teams.
Right, and it's a pleasure to watch these two pitchers too. McCarthy comes set and the pitch. Try to go back door with it. He got a good piece of the plate.
He almost got that foot right in that door.
That had to be low because that was over the outer corner.
That ball broke when you didn't think it was going to. When it looked like it was not going to get that last break, it got that last turn. And that's just a rush pitch as he was working so fast that he just overthrew it.
Danfus stays out of the way of that one. It was down and in.
But Guertin with an insurance run at second base and 1 out in C.J. Boykin.
McCarthy.
Boy, I tell you, it feels like it's weather to watch C.J. Boykin now as there's a chill in the air tonight.
You know, BG's got the 3-1 lead, but they really haven't squared up McCarthy for a long time. I don't think there's been...
Haven't really pounded
since the
bat.
First inning. Misses low and away. And it's a first and second with 1 out situation now. As to the plate is Colin Reed, the center fielder. Timeout is called, and Will Henderson will have a conversation with his young pitcher.
I think he's going to try to settle McCarthy down. I think McCarthy's enthusiasm and energy has gotten the best of him in these last 2 at-bats.
Right. You want to be intense, but you don't want to be overly so.
Right.
That you can rattle yourself, in other words.
Heck, I'm rattled. You know? So he's going to call for it.
Wow,
make
I didn't
the change.
see that coming.
Yep, I didn't see that coming either. But I think he sees that McCarthy is spent.
And he's going to go to his left fielder, it looks like, Tom. So is that Parker Jamerson that's going to do the pitching? Number 7?
Looks that way.
And it is.
It is. It's Parker Jamerson. That's on the mound.
They'll replace the left fielder.
We'll have to watch. Is that, let's see. That'll be number 28 going out there. That's going to be Jake Mellon going out to left field.
So we'll get a new first base.
So maybe McCarthy, who's got that kind of height.
Oh, yeah. He's going into the dugout
first
to get his glove, it looks like.
Well, I don't know. He hasn't bounced out of there yet.
There he is.
There he is, yeah.
So nice. Cal McCarthy will come and play first.
He's going to go play first. So the moves are, if you're keeping score at home, Mellon from first to left, Jamerson from left to the mound, and McCarthy from the mound to first base.
And the only person that didn't change his glove, it looks like, is... Oh, maybe Parker did change his glove. I don't know. When he came in from left There was some glove switching going on.
He
kept the same one.
Changed it.
Yeah, because outfielders usually use big gloves, and pitchers generally like to use big gloves to hide the ball. So he probably stayed the same. But the pitcher that came off the mound, obviously,
McCarthy changed.
He went to a first baseman's mitt, and Mellon shed the first baseman
and now his
mitt to go out
and is now out
left
field.
Yeah, don't replay that.
There's a quiz on this later.
So Will had something to say to Matt Fortin there for a second, talking to his catcher, not only his pitcher on that trip to the mound.
Upcoming games on TV, on Nashua's ETV, it'll be North-South baseball coming your way in, be played on May 25th, so anytime after that.
Colin Reed looks at a strike on the outside corner as Jamerson announces his presence. He's also a left-hander, with an over-the-top fastball for strike one. Bunted foul to the right side. 0-2 is the count on Reed. Trying to, I guess, bunt for a hit with one out. Although it definitely wasn't breaking out of the box, Tom. It was a sacrifice with one out. How about that? Seen something of everything in this game. Abalera on deck. Swung on and missed the off-speed pitch, so it's a 3-pitch strikeout for Jamerson just into the game. Gets the second out of the inning, and you can see why perhaps Will Henderson
made the move
because Jamerson, a very effective pitcher himself, coming out of left field, literally. Abalera has reached on an error and scored, struck out and popped up. Takes a fastball low and away. BG trying to get some insurance runs here in the top of the 7th inning, the final inning in high school boys baseball. 7-inning game. Titans trying to keep their deficit where it is at 2 going into the last at bat, perhaps. Parker Jamerson in relief, inheriting 2 runners and 1 out, makes it 2 outs with the strikeout. High pop foul into the seats near side.
Not going to stay in for the 4 infielders that ran in to try to make the play.
Anxious.
They are
off the field.
Titans are anxious. They want that. They want that last at bat. They want to get to that last at bat and show that they have a chance to even things up here. 3-1 in favor of Bishop Guertin. 2 outs, 2 on. We're in the top of the 7th.
Swung on and fouled at the plate. Or it's a strike, so it's 2 strikes on the batter, Abalera.
Who's that hazy smoke again out towards...
Tell you, Louis Tarantino's fairly shallow in straightaway center time. I know he's got good speed, but if Abalera does get a hold of one...
Shallow in left field, too. They're all in. The whole
that left center field gap is begging.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
It is, isn't it?
If Abalera can get a hold of one. But Jamerson's been pretty... sharp looking since he came in relief. Pitch. Foul tipped into the mitt, strike 3.
What a job by Jamerson. Comes in,
Terrific.
2 strikeouts. That'll do it here in the 7th inning for Guertin. No runs. They got a hit, a walk, 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the last inning. At least we think it is. 3-1 in favor of Bishop Guertin over Nashua North. It will be Martin, Jackson,
and Jamerson.
Yeah, I looked at Jamerson. I was wondering if they would hit for him, maybe.
The key is to get those bottom of the order guys on base, Tom, and get back to the top of the order. Well, the bottom of the order
tonight is 1, 2, 3, 3 for 6. So they're batting 500 in the bottom of the order. But 2 of those hits are by Jackson. So now Henderson is going over any potential changes that Guertin may have made, I think. Not quite sure.
I tell you, you're right. We say bottom of the order. Andrew Jackson batting in the 8th spot. 2 doubles tonight. He's due up second in this inning. So a key batter for Will Henderson's Nashua North Titans. has seemed to have the number of this starting pitcher, Jeff Lund. Otherwise, Lund's been pretty effective against just about everybody else. Well, if you go back to that first inning, Moraes had the longest and loudest clout of the game, a double to left center. So Shannon Martin, who is 1 for 2, batting for his 3rd time in the game. Tom has donned the jacket. I think we're down around the 60-degree mark right now.
Yeah, it could be below that in this place.
And Jeff Lund, trying to work the complete game if he can, comes right over the top with strike 1.
North has had the leadoff man on the last 2 innings. Going to try it for a 3rd straight.
And the 0-1 took a lot off, and strike 2. Mixing his pitches effectively.
Yeah, and I think that's upset Martin a little bit because that takes away the bunt. The North usually tries that a lot. So.
And they did try a 2-strike bunt for a squeeze that did not work earlier in this game. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses low and away.
It didn't miss by much, John.
And you heard the crowd reaction as a result. 3-1. BG is in the lead. Last inning for the Titans.
I'll tell you, if you look at Jeff Lund, take a look. Tell me who he reminds you of.
Rick Wise.
There you go.
Did you say the same? Think the same thing?
Yep.
Tom gave me the binoculars, and I was like, I know that demeanor, that face, those glasses.
Exactly. Rick Wise.
How about that? We thought the same thing. Former Nashua Pride pitching coach, Rick Wise. Don't look now, but Martin's working the count back his way. Strike 3 called, and he knew it. Martin knew it, and painting.
I'll tell you, that's a perfect
Lund.
pitch.
It was.
Martin couldn't reach it. Had
And you know what else?
Maybe a centimeter of the plate.
5 miles an hour on it.
He did. And that, when you throw a pitch, people forget about that. When you throw a ball that hard, A, the umpire respects it, and B, you don't have a whole lot of time to make a decision.
Right.
So if he has the inkling that it caught the plate, he's going to make that call.
Right.
And he's not going to have a lot of time to look at it.
Andrew Jackson, who's had double success tonight in 2 trips. He's 2 for 2 with 2 baggers. Offered at the first pitch, fouled it straight back. It's nothing but strikes at the moment from Jeff Lund. That is a ball low. 1-1. Key batter here for the Titans, trailing by 2 runs, down to their last 2 outs. Jackson trying for a perfect night at the plate. Looks at a fastball up and away. He pounded 1 ball into the right center field gap and then went directly over the right fielder's head his second time up. And you see the right fielder is respecting that pop in Jackson's bat. He's playing deeper this time. Is Eric Brink, Dan Brink in right field. That ball missed, so 2 balls, 1 strike for Andrew Jackson. Parker Jamerson is on deck, and if one of these 2 guys reaches back to the top of the order, and Louis Tarantino. Looked like he was taking that pitch all the way, and it was right down Broadway, so 2 strikes now on Jackson. Lund rocks and throws. Topped right side, it's a 3-hopper.
Right to McCarthy. Couldn't be any easier.
McCarthy, who's played a brilliant game at first base.
With that kind of speed that Jackson has, if you've got to lunge or make a play, there's a chance he could beat it out. But when it's right to you and all you have is 4 steps to the bag, advantage fielder.
That's right. Not Prince Fielder, but Joe McCarthy. 2 outs, nobody on. Lund fouled back. Jamerson guessed right, first pitch fastball, but again, great location by Lund. It looked like he was painting the outside corner.
And John, if BG wins this game, they will have beaten North and South in the same year. They don't do that very often, as it was pointed out to me by someone on Twitter.
And as you say that, a
Bouncer
worst
in the
pitch
dirt.
of the game
But we're
by
down
Jeff
to,
Lund.
we're
That
down
was
to
a
the final out.
50-footer.
Yep.
Yeah. But, yep, it's a 1-1 count on down to the final out. The Nashua North Titans here against Jeff Lund, trying to protect a 3-1 lead. The pitch, foul to the left, down to the last strike. 1-2 is the count on Jamerson. Louis Tarantino hoping for a chance on deck, the leadoff batter for the Titans. The 1-2 pitch on the way from Bishop Guertin, starting pitcher Jeff Lund. Timeout for the batter. Trying to break up his rhythm. And you got to expect he's going to try to paint with that fastball in the outside corner. He missed. It's been a key pitch for him all game, Tom, and I think he wants to go out with his strength. Down to the last strike. I won't even looking for him to mix it up here. Look for another fastball. The pitch.
Got it.
Fly ball is going to be a tough play. Long run for Danfus. He lays out and he can't make it. It's a fair ball. It's going to be a double.
Is it fair or did he rule it foul?
The glove was on the fair side of the line.
Yep.
Oh, what a terrific try by Eric Danfus, and that would have been a fitting way to end this one with an outfield gem. There's been so many of them, but getting the job done, Parker Jamerson, as maybe Lund tried one fastball too many, and
he threw what you wanted him to.
Yeah, he threw a hard fastball
That's right.
away.
Now Scott Painter's going to go out to the mound and have a chat with his pitcher and say, okay, kid, what you got left? And what do you want to throw here?
And to remind him,
I think if
too,
I'm
Tom,
Painter, I want to be on the same page with my pitcher here.
Right. But the score is 3-1. So what does that runner at second really
Doesn't
mean?
mean a whole lot. Unless you feel Tarantino's got the power to hit it out, and I don't think that's the case.
Right.
But what is the case is Lund is leaving the game.
That's a
or at
big
least
move.
leaving the mound. He'll probably stay in the game, and I think they're going to go with McCarthy. I think they're going to go with Joe McCarthy, and Lund will go over to first base. They're going to go with the gas. Get McCarthy, who's certainly loose and limber from all the stretches he's had to make at first base.
What a great athlete he is.
He is.
We watched him in basketball and
he really is.
lighting up the state championship with those 3-pointers. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And here he is, and just showing himself to be an excellent baseball player as well, with a live arm. And both teams have first basemen that can really throw the heck out of the ball. And Kyle McCarthy for the Titans, and now Joe McCarthy coming off the first base bag to pitch here in a closing role, in a saving role, and he's going to face the leadoff batter, Louis Tarantino. And Tarantino, who excels at getting on base and making things happen, realizes that he's got to treat this like he is the key run. He's not an RBI man in this situation, because even if he knocked in the runner at second with a single, it's really Tarantino's run that needs
it really
to score.
is. Right, exactly. But
game.
you don't want Tarantino on base because he can wheel.
Right.
So
he could get himself in a scoring position with any kind of a reach if he gets on by way of a hit. McCarthy obviously faces the hard stuff, features the hard stuff as he warms
if
up.
I'm Tarantino, you know what? With all the switch over to Lund at first,
yeah,
I'm just thinking I want Lund to have to make a difficult stretch or a difficult play if I'm going to get out. So I'm going to drop one down.
On the warm-ups that Joe just took,
yeah.
There were about 4 balls there that would have hit Mr. Tarantino in the right-handed batter's
that's
box.
right. They were.
He missed
I noticed that
on.
the first 2 were inside. I didn't see any of the others. But if I'm Tarantino, maybe I might want to drop one down. You know?
Well, I think he's going to be taking the first strike.
Yeah.
2 outs. Man on second base, 3-1. The Titans trail. They're down to their last out. The closer into the game, Joe McCarthy, from the set position, misses up near the head of Louis Tarantino, who really did not get out of the way.
Tarantino didn't move. He didn't move.
Had that been at his head, I think it would have got helmet. He got hit to start the game in the helmet. The 1-0. Right down the middle. That was a blazing fastball from McCarthy. I'll tell you this, not too many basketball players can fire the baseball like that That's impressive. And have a nice touch on a three-pointer. Maybe Danny Ainge, the pitch. Golf to right. It's going to be a tough play in the right field. It is caught. Actually making easy work out of it was Nate Chartrand to end the ball game. So a bid there for the Titans down to their last out to keep the game going. But it is Bishop Guertin that comes out on top, give the save to Joe McCarthy, and a 4-star starting performance by Jeff Lund, the winning pitcher. Also excellent in the losing role starting pitcher for the Titans was Kyle McCarthy. So, Tom, was an enjoyable game to do. Some replayable plays on Tim O'Neill's camera work. We'll be looking forward to watching the game back. And
I want to see that play at first base.
Yeah, that was a key play.
Yeah, it sure was.
Yeah, it changed the tenor of the game.
Yeah,
and the
definitely
score.
changed the tenor of the game. No doubt about it. You know, I want to see that play at first base. I want to see. Let's see a couple locations of the pitches, but we had the same view anyway. That's not going to change.
Yeah.
There's no center field camera here. So
that catch by Danfus out against the wall. That's
yep. So BG is now beaten both North and South. You know, in the same year. So to take the unofficial city championship, I guess you would say.
Scott Painter.
Scott Painter and Will Henderson, old coaching buddies. Painter coached.
Talking at home plate right now.
Painter coached. He was on the North staff.
As we get
also is works for National Park Rec. You know, in terms of the fields, he's senior Babe Ruth coach. He's around a lot. Scott Painter's around the game a lot, and has done a great job at Bishop Guertin. Has done a really great job. It was one of the things that was underrated about Tony Johnson as an athletic director was his ability to hire good coaches, and during his tenure there as AD, he hired some good coaches, and that's one of them down at home plate. Talking to another good coach, Scott Painter from Guertin and Will Henderson from Nashua North.
That's Tom King. I'm John Collins.
The winning pitcher, Jeff Lund.
Yep.
Takes the win. Jeff/Rick Wise Lund.
Yeah, that's right. You named it. Yeah.
The hard luck loser, you got to say, is Kyle McCarthy. And one of the things, the defense, 4 errors by Nashua North and 3 runs in the first inning by Guertin, and they hold up.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. And the 3 runs came on a Moraes double, 1 run in, and then McCarthy with a big 2-run single that proved to be the difference in the game. McCarthy with the 2-run single comes in for the save, makes the controversial stretch at first base. But
he was in the mix, wasn't he?
Doesn't get the call. He did a lot of things tonight.
And 9 strikeouts, by the way, from McCarthy in 7 innings of work.
Yeah,
and
hard
Jamerson
luck
had
loss.
A couple more, so they had 11
Yep.
total. Hard luck losses,
Yep.
right. Enjoyable game to do. Thanks to our cameraman, Tim O'Neill, our executive producer, Pete Johnson. I'm John Collins. Enjoyable job again with Tom King. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, John. Good night, everybody.
Good night.